Hello and welcome to today's video. In today's video, we'll be making authentic Nigerian jollof beans and potato pottage. You can also call these stewed beans. So this is basically brown beans pre-cooked, then finished off in an oniony tomato sauce that has been cooked with palm oil. So if you're new to my channel or have been watching my videos without subscribing, please consider subscribing so you don't miss any of my recipes. So let's get cooking. So I'm going to start off by pre-cooking my beans. I had already soaked my beans for an hour, then I discarded the water. This step is so important because doing this will aid digestibility and reduce flatulence. So this beans recipe can be cooked with any kind of beans, but I'm using Nigerian beans. I'm going to be cooking my beans until they are soft yet still hold their shape. So at this point my beans is soft enough. I'm just going to be adding some salt, then I'll stir and let it cook for about a minute or two. Make sure to add your salt when your beans is soft enough, because if you do this earlier, it's just going to make the cooking process longer. Now my beans looks perfect. They are soft, but they are not overcooked, and yet they still hold their shape. I'll just go ahead and drain the excess water out, then we'll start making our tomato sauce. Now in a saucepan, I'll heat up some palm oil, then I'll add my sliced tomatoes, then I'm going to stir and fry for about a minute or two. The amount of palm oil you use for this recipe is totally up to you. You can use more or you can use less. Now this is after about 2 minutes of frying my onions. I'm just going to be adding some tomato paste. Then I'll stir fry this for another 2 minutes before adding our other ingredients. After about 2 minutes, I'm going to add some tomato and pepper mix and some chopped habanero peppers for some heat. Now this is optional, you can do without the chopped habanero peppers. I'm going to cook this for a couple of minutes until the tomatoes has slightly thickened up and lost some of its liquid. At this point, you'll notice that the tomatoes has slightly thickened up and lost some of its liquid. Now this is the perfect time for us to add our other ingredients. In goes some chopped tomatoes, some crayfish powder, and I'll be seasoning everything with some seasoning cubes. Then I'll give this a quick mix to make sure everything is perfectly combined. If you're still watching up to this point, I do appreciate your time. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you haven't given the video a thumbs up, please do that before you leave. Now that my tomato sauce is perfectly combined, this is the right time to add my pre-cooked beans and some potato, some diced potato. Then I'll mix this up to make sure everything is perfectly coated with the sauce. Once everything is perfectly combined with the sauce, I'm going to add in some water to allow the beans and potatoes cook completely. I'll stir this and allow this cook until the potatoes are soft enough. Once my potatoes are soft enough, now this is a perfect time to add our last ingredients, and that's some chopped sausages. I'm going to give it a quick mix and cook for about 2 minutes, and our jollof beans pottage is ready. Now for this recipe, you can use either yam or plantain instead of the sausages. Just use anything that you prefer to eat with your beans. Now this is already looking so good and my kitchen smells amazing. You know that nice smell that palm oil gives off when you're cooking with it. After about 2 minutes, our delicious beans and potato pottage is ready to be served. Doesn't it look so delicious and mouth-watery? Now let's go ahead and serve this up. I decided to serve this with a little white rice. You can have it with bread, gari, or whatever you like. I tell you, this was so delicious, so spicy and so flavorful, with so much crayfish goodness in it. The recipe is such a great way to enjoy your regular beans. That's all I have for you today. If you do try this recipe, please let me know what you think in the comment section. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. You can also share this recipe to your family and friends. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.